the biggest human being in the pit is the singer who jumps off the stage.
Well, I'm creating a crowd response. I have to force it sometimes because I like the parts. You're going to like the parts, or you're going to leave. Either way.
There's the episode.
Yeah. Yes, there it is.
Oh, we can't have it already.
That works even with pro wrestling, man. You're going to like the parts or you're going to leave.
Like the parts or you're going to leave.
The Shug, Shane Hollister. Logan, Ineichen. Lyndon, Ehlers. Wrastlin with music and life for life. All right, let's start it. Wrestling with Music and Life, episode 13.
Is it?
Anyway,
I knew, what number is it?
Yeah, it's 13. I knew you were going to do it like that. That was fucking awesome. I was like, he's going to do it like that.
Might as well. 13 steps to nowhere. And for the layman, because I have so many people watching this podcast I never expected would be watching. Shouts out to you. Like and subscribe, because I never say it in the beginning, and I'm doing it. I'm going to try to make sure I do this every time.
People know how to work YouTube, though.
Yeah, but it's one of those things that all YouTubers say literally at the beginning of their videos, like every video. And even also, like Mr. Beast, who's fucking like a millionaire because of fucking YouTube. My son knows who he is, and he just gives money away in houses and shit.
Yeah, I just order burgers from him.
Really?
So what?
Like Mr. Beast Burger.
Oh yeah, he has like burgers and stuff.
You could get it Grubhubbed.
Really?
Do that? Yeah, it's all right.
That's dope.
That they have a fucking Mr. Beast around here.
I just thought it was a burger place.
Yeah.
And then the 21-year-old kid that works with us, he was just like, "Oh, it's a YouTuber." I'm like, "What?
You didn't know that?"
No, I didn't know that.
I only know it because of my 7-year-old son.
YouTube is like my televisions.
That's
like, and I feel behind.
Well, like that's all that plays when my son is watching TV. It's like he doesn't even watch TV. It's just YouTube, just going. And it's Mr. Beast.
YouTube is their MTV. It
really is.
On the what was the second episode, whatever, with Lands, where MTV changed the game, and that's what it is. YouTube, and we're on it, guys.
Yeah.
So it might not be that good.
What's interesting is like MTV, like early MTV, when you had like, did Madonna host a show?
Oh yeah,
and Ben Stiller and a bunch of these people, and like. MTV then was how YouTube is now, where like if you got on MTV, it was like
you could
probably have a career.
Fuck yeah.
And then YouTube is just literally anybody. It's like literally anybody can get on MTV now,
right?
And like possibly but then you find out you have to do a bunch of others.
Right.
It's like turns out it's a bunch of work.
Yeah, it really is. But at the same time, man, it's really worth it, though. You know, doing this, like, this is something we tried 6 years ago. I don't know. I sent you the episode. Did you watch it?
Yeah.
Okay, so I did.
Did you notice how you didn't hear back from me?
It's fun.
That's fucking awesome.
I watched the whole thing, and I was like, filing that one away. I remember.
We'll probably put it up on Patreon.
Yeah, no, I mean, absolutely, because it wasn't bad. It really wasn't bad. I think I was probably trying to take it more too seriously.
Oh my God, he brings a fucking notebook.
I did. I'm sorry.
Fuck.
I'm not a bad note taker. I was going to take notes. Now I'm like, you always put a sticky note in front of me, and I don't even fucking.
This thing just fucking sits here.
Yeah. Well, and again,
I try not to even look at my phone either.
Yeah.
Right?
No, it's half the time. It's like
I got notes.
It's like we don't wear watches anymore.
You know.
Yeah.
And again, what we were doing then was like super grassroots, because that's 6 years ago, Lyndon. Yeah. So we're like, let's do a podcast. And then I'm like, wait, how do you do a podcast? Like, you got to be Joe Rogan, right? And then I'm thinking about it. And I'm like, no, I guess you could just upload. I'm learning as I go. And none of this is like different from today. I'm still like, there's like another app that you can do that'll help you out even more. And I'm using OBS. And again, with the one camera, you know, I instantly can't watch it anymore because I'm so used to doing this. So when when I rewatched it, and I actually used the new software that helps you out so much to make it, just all one thing. I'm like, oh, I see what I was trying to do.
That's funny. I didn't even realize that you did that.
What's that?
That it was all that you had edited it down to.
I had to edit it down.
I forgot that was a problem we had.
Dude, we were.
We didn't know how to do the most basic. I had worked as a video editor for like 2 years.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like 10 years before that. And I still didn't. I was like, I don't know how we should do it. I was like, we need a switcher. We need a $10,000 piece of hardware. Like, that's the only way we can do it.
And when you watch it, and if, again, I mentioned Patreon, I said like and subscribe earlier. You said a lot of people should know YouTube, but a lot of people that are listening or watching that have been like, texting me, where's the fucking episode when we don't have one, which is cool. Keep those.
That is fucking cool, honestly.
I like that. I like that you every week want to hear us. But
I've never gotten any kind of text.
No?
Like that, no.
Okay.
Well, it's going to be the guy who runs it who's going to get it.
I guess.
I guess.
I also don't care. I mean, I care. Like, I don't care. I mean, I don't care about specifically getting the text. That was a joke. But,
Right.
Like, that is cool.
No, I mean, those people don't.
I'm sure we're entertaining to some people.
They don't know what Patreon is. And again, Patreon is basically the way that you can give us or support us so that we can keep doing this. And again, we've gained one. And, shout out to Amanda Elliott. I know she supports you like.
Dude, she's like awesome. She's awesome. She comes every show. I've known her for like 15 fucking years at this point. It's crazy. She actually, I wish I had it to show off, but my boss picked it up from the job site for me because I was taking off yesterday, and I was just like, oh, fuck, I left my tumbler. She made me this badass tumbler that says Shug 13 on it, and on the other side it has Jason's mask.
Hell yeah.
Fucking awesome.
That's
like one of the coolest gifts that was ever given to me.
Very appropriate for the episode.
Shug 13. That's why I wish I had it. So it was like 13.
Yeah.
Dude. That's weird. It's weird when people like want to bring you stuff or give you stuff because they like what you do.
Right. Yeah.
Like I told you about the guy that just sent me like a box of like VHS tapes, and it's like Slumber Party Massacre
Which
1
is
and 2.
fucking awesome.
The original Friday the 13th. Like it's all mint, reanimated. It's all just beautiful.
In fucking VHS.
And he literally just goes, shout out Mark Monastierski, fucking West Virginia, dope ass dude.
Dude, that's cool.
He was just like, yeah, I'm just trying to clear out my library. So I just figured, you collect VHS. And I was like, this is you clearing out your fucking library? Like just untouched?
Yeah, like that's crazy.
He sent me more just recently. Got Terror Train.
Holy
some
fuck.
weirdo fucking like early like sort of sleaze horror stuff. Like Flesh for Frankenstein.
Oh,
like Andy
wow.
Warhol
Yeah.
movie. And a bunch of weird German books and stuff that I can't read yet, but yeah,
that's awesome.
It's the only couple times it's happened, but I mean that's still it's like, hey, I like your band, let me send you stuff. Like
it's really cool when stuff like that happens. Like,
give me more stuff to pile up onto my coffee table. It's like nowhere to go.
You're gonna have to buy one of those stands back in the day where you had to put all your VHSs in.
Dude, me and Emily went to IKEA in Chicago and came back with like this massive shelf. I was like, fuck yeah. We filled it up immediately. And I literally just don't have any other space. I have tapes, all my tapes in front of my CDs, and that's just like one shelf, and then just the rest of it's just music and books and shit.
Just think about if you pulled one of those out. Like if I pulled a VHS out and showed my son, he'd be like, what the fuck is that? It's like, well, how do you watch a movie with this? What is this?
And he doesn't have anything to reference it to at all either.
No
He's not
idea.
Like, is that a flash drive? Like, he doesn't even know what that is.
No clue. Dude.
Like,
3.5 floppy.
Oh yeah, dude.
Even more older. Do you remember the what was it, 5.5 or 5 1/4?
I do.
Actual floppy disk,
That's
like
how we
number
learned in
munchers.
school.
Yeah.
Then
Like,
you always had one.
Pick them out of a little folder.
Yeah, and you could play a game on it. What was that?
Oregon Trail.
Yep.
Oregon fucking Trail.
Oregon Trail.
Number
These kids
munchers.
don't even get that, man.
Number munchers and letter munchers.
They get to take home a fucking Chromebook.
Right. Well, since Friday
you know what I mean?
I'll make a Friday the 13th joke. I made one, and it was called Oregon Trail. That's got to be a band name. When I said Germs, that episode, and that was a fucking band.
Yeah.
By the way, I was like,
oh, I knew it. I knew there was no fucking way there wasn't.
And it was like an old ass band, and they looked like it's sleazy. And fucking that surprised me. But what did I just? Oregon Trail's got to be a goddamn.
Yeah,
that's got to be a band.
But that's like I can't imagine being a child. Right now, like
we've been through everything.
But,
like we've experienced everything. Obviously, parents had records and fucking 8 tracks and fucking everything. The fucking cassette tapes. We've been through it all at this point.
Seen it.
Yeah.
Fuck. Like we've seen. We experienced like the exponential explosion of technology.
Yeah.
Like because we remember pre-internet. And we have seen everything since then. It's like year after year after year after year year after year, like everything.
Well, I mean, hopefully we didn't die in 2012, right, Shug?
Hey, you saw that fucking thing?
I've seen it. I literally knew about that since 2012, bud.
It's fucking weird to think about, right? Did you see that video?
It's a conspiracy.
It's a conspiracy video.
It's kind of a fun one, actually.
About
Friday
how
the 13th, man.
Yeah, he was like,
about it.
He said in the video, he goes, "We're all dead. We're all one consciousness, and that's why the Mandela effect is happening because we all died in 2012."
Interesting.
And like they say, your whole life flashed before your eyes before you're dead, and apparently this is all one consciousness, and our lives are flashing before us.
I've read when I was discovering like existentialism when I was like 20, probably 20, and I had a book called The Disappearance of the Universe, and it was essentially the same thing, but rather than, like, if you just take the 2012 thing out of the equation, it's just that all consciousness ever that has ever existed across the entire universe and all reality is all one consciousness, and, like the spiritual awakening that's going to happen is, like, that consciousness becoming self-aware finally like moving on, like it's like one whole consciousness in like a coma sort of.
So I think Men in Black pointed out that at one point in one of the movies they're like,
well, that's like that's just like the universes within universes within universes kind of thing. Like, so it's kind of the same thing.
Close, right?
But that's like that's actually like kind of what they think like sort of is the way things are. It's just like things only get larger and more spread out, you know. Like
this episode brought to you by
drugs.
Everybody's just listening.
I timed that edible I ate before the show perfect.
People are listening and we're like just questioning their life.
Yeah. Like, nothing matters. Nothing matters.
I like the conspiracy that all that really matters is being in a basement at 17. I can't say my address, but
he almost did. Oh man!
I'm sure there's enough bad people that don't need to know your address.
No, you don't need that.
I know one or two right in my mind right now. You know who you are. Okay. But no, I mean, we didn't get to have a podcast last week in Memorial Day. A fever of a 105.
I was in Colorado.
You were in Colorado, and again, I think we need to talk about you guys' shows, man, because I know that's last weekend. I hope you still have some fresh, good memories.
Oh, I still remember.
Yeah, I have a lot of stuff.
Go ahead, bud. I have a lot of shit. You want to take it away. That show looked cool. I just seen a little clip.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it wasn't like a very big show.
Yeah.
That's how I'm going to start the story off.
He played with the band Burp. Hopefully that's a band. Burp.
No,
I'm sure it is.
I keep bumping in this shit. So anyways, if you want to go back like a year, almost 2, I ran into Sherwood Weber from Skinless at Full Terror Assault. Like, it was the very last night. He'd been there all fucking weekend. I didn't know. He just goes every year. Yeah, he just drives his family down. And
really, even if he's not playing and shit, that's fucking cool, man.
He's the man.
Yeah,
and he came up to me after Malignancy was playing or something, and we had played that morning, and he just like came up to me and he's just like, "Oh, I really liked your guys' set." Blah, blah. I don't even know who he is right off the bat. He's like, I'm just at FTA. I met 500 fucking people already.
Full terror assault.
Yeah, full terror assault in Southern Illinois. And,
which looks pretty fucking stacked this year.
It's so fucking good.
Right?
It's every single year.
Right.
Doesn't matter.
Every single year. It's getting better every year, man.
So, anyways, I'm talking to him. I figure, he introduced himself, and he's like, I got to get you guys up to Denver. I was like, fuck yeah, that'd be cool. Like, I don't even care what he's talking about. I'm like, it sounds like you may come see my house. Like, it's gonna be something like that. But he's like, no, you guys got to come play Denver. And I was like, okay. He gave me his card and stuff. And then, I don't know, like a month later after FTA, it's like, I'm just going to fucking email this guy and see what's up. And I just start talking to him. And then he's like, you guys, I want to book you guys in Denver. It's Commerce City, Colorado, which is like this grungy like industrial district of Denver.
Nice.
It's all it is.
Nice.
It looks like it's
for metal.
Mad Max as fuck, dude. Yeah, it's like there's like
where Freddy Krueger got burnt.
Yeah, it's like the coal plants with like the fire coming out of the stacks and everything. It's all there. And he's like, I want to start having like these matinees on Sundays, like Sunday matinees where I book bands.
Hell yeah.
He owns this property where he fixes like antique trucks, like trucks from like the 30s and shit.
Oh, dude, crazy. That's fucking cool, actually.
He's got all kinds of old just shit. He'd only been up there for like 2 years or something, but he's got this compound. You just slide this giant gate open and it's just this whole area. And so all the way back up to last weekend, like we figure all this thing out. He's like, I want to grill out and just invite a bunch of people, from the area and have you guys play and only you guys play. It's like,
that's fucking rad, bro. Like, I didn't know it was only you guys playing.
Yeah. It was literally, he was talking about getting one other band and that just never happened. So it was just like, the whole thing was just to take us up there and just show us off. Pretty much.
Dude, that's fucking dope.
That's really awful way to put it. It was just like, I want to introduce you guys to Denver, basically. I want to debut you guys in Denver, and this would be the best way to do it because I fucking know everybody. The guy that mixed our set live was Dillinger Escape Plan sound guy for like 9 years.
Holy shit, dude.
This motherfucker was like OG as fuck, was probably only like, I don't know, in his mid 40s.
He better not have been 43%.
Dude, no, dude was so fucking cool, right? He mixed the unmixable band. Fucking this, how Sherwood put it.
I sounded great when I seen it. I don't know if you were doing it, but
there was somebody else there that was Ghost's house PA guy for when they play in Denver. I didn't get to meet that guy, but Wood was talking about him. And just like, so there's like a lot of people. There were people there that worked at Red Rocks.
Yeah.
There's just all these people and like people from other bands. The guy from Axe Slasher was there. I got to hang out with him. So it was like this just small, like he set us up in his Airstream trailer. We stayed
fantastic.
Like 5 seconds away from where we were playing.
Yeah.
Like, just walk outside.
Dude, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. And
it's like a legit like tour. Like when you hear all these bands and they're like tour bus, like I roll out of bed.
Yeah.
There's the stage.
Yeah. Cool. Oh, it's so nice. To just stay right there, not have to like pay for a hotel or something.
Yeah.
Fuck.
He fucking took care of us. It was all stocked. He grilled for us right when we got there, like that Saturday night. And
Jesus.
Yeah, and then all the next day, it was me and him grilling for like this whole party of people. It was like 40 people probably there, and then Pit Lord played, and then that was it.
That's still fucking cool, though.
And then and he's gonna go, what the fuck? Step up your game. Yeah.
Well, okay, so
fucking Airstream.
I forgot. So back to the sound guy, right? This guy Mike. I forgot his last name. So the way we do our live setup is it's all mixed on our end. Yeah. And Dan literally just hands the sound guy a single XLR, and he's like, "Here you go."
Nice.
Sound guy doesn't have to do a single thing.
Dude, that's dope.
All.
Yeah.
And I don't know why a lot of bands don't do it that way, but I guess a lot of bands don't have sound guys that work for them. Yeah, that's true.
Well, yeah.
Like Toxic Ruin, their singer bassist is a sound guy. So
in your dude, Dan, it's sound.
I was gonna say that's we have that upper hand. So like, we're talking to this guy, and we go through the whole thing of like how easy it is, and he's like, I can't believe it's this easy. This guy
he's like, I'm here and I don't have to do shit.
He's like, I don't even have to do anything.
Yeah.
This PA, by the way, is like this fucking monstrous, like these fucking tower speakers that are from like the 80s, and Wood had them sitting on the back of these trucks.
Yeah.
Like I posted a bunch of pictures of it.
Yeah, I masturbated to him.
Yeah. This fucking sounded so good. But yeah, this guy, after we play and everything, and we're talking to everybody, and this guy Mike is just like, he's like, I've got years on me. He's like, I've mixed a lot of bands. I've mixed everything. And he goes, it has never been so easy.
Right.
Till today. He's just like, this
that should be a compliment on you guys. You know what I mean? Like, that's fucking awesome.
He's like, you know, outdoor shows and you know, backing tracks you guys using, it's always a nightmare. And it's like, he was just like, I had to tweak like 2 things and that was it. He's like, I just walked away. And it was just like, that's all he talked about. And it was hilarious. Yeah. Well, no, yeah, that was it. He ran back there like twice. Just, and then that was it.
Fuck, man.
That's awesome, dude.
Unbelievably jealous every time he tells me these stories.
Dude, that's fucking cool as shit, dude.
My chub is half, you know? It should be full staff, dude. But I wasn't there, so I can't, you know. It
was crazy. Colorado fucking rules. I don't know. I'd never been there. I didn't even really get to see like downtown Denver or anything. But
did you get high in the Mile High?
No. No, we did smoke. I mean, we smoked. I wasn't really worried about it so much because it's just fucking 12-hour car ride.
Yeah,
you know, and then
how was that?
It was okay.
Yeah,
people, you know,
here's the thing. I've done. To try to cut you off.
No.
I've done.
Cut him off.
Cut you off, brother. Now here comes the fucking heat. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah. I did 6.5 by myself when I was working for CZW. I did 6.5 by myself, jumped another vehicle, and did 10.
Yeah.
So it was a 16 and a half.
About women, not
16 and a half hour car ride just to get to Voorhees, New Jersey.
Jesus.
So, anyways, back in.
I could have did 14 hours by myself.
Yeah. It's really not that hard.
No.
It's actually very...
I did 14 hours by myself, and again, that was, you know, not playing a show. But
that's what's motivating me, you know, the whole time too is like, you know, Joanna went with us and it was like, we're getting to Nebraska and it's like, oh, Nebraska's gonna suck because there's nothing. Like, okay, but we're not going to Nebraska,
right? Yeah,
you know,
we're just passing through this motherfucker.
Yeah, and like I'm better with nothing than like having to drive through mountains.
Oh my god! Some of that shit gets scary. Like when I did National Pro Wrestling Day and we let Scarlett, she was my valet at the time, let her drive. I thought. When I woke up, when she was driving around the side of like a fucking mountain or something, and I look out the edge and she's driving like a fucking maniac, I'm like, dude, we could just fucking die right now. You know what I mean? Like, at least you have nothing instead of that.
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy to be like, wow, it's so flat.
Right.
Yeah, for real.
You know, hey, you know, you still got 360 degrees of sky. You know, and like I like driving out there because. You know, you can see bad weather from like 150 fucking miles away.
It's wild.
You know, and
creepy.
Especially when you get out there and the weather it was so back and forth the whole time, you know, like, but you can just kind of always see it.
Oh my God. I got so sick, bro.
Dude,
for like, it was like an hour because of the elevation.
That didn't really.
Oh man, I was down.
I haven't had to deal with that actually.
Denver's not super high up there.
But it was only an hour, Shug, and I was done.
Okay, there were there were these 18-year-old kids that had just graduated that came from Pueblo to see us.
Holy fuck.
And Denver, yeah. And they're like, it's nice down here. Like Pueblo is like super desolate and like highly elevated. It's
right.
Like, cold desert. All the time.
Fucking A, man.
And they're like, yeah, we like coming down to Denver. It's nice. It's like it's raining out. Like, everybody there too. Like Like, it rained for the first hour of the day, and everybody's like, man, it hasn't rained here. It rained in like 6 weeks or something. Like, you guys get to see it. It's like, we just came from rain. Like, God damn it.
Oh, yeah, we get to see it all the fucking time.
Yeah.
Jesus.
But, I don't know, man. I can't wait to go back. Denver's so cool. And, yeah.
Well, let me cheers to
yeah, dude. That sounded like a fucking awesome time,
man.
bro.
It really is.
That's good enough.
Air cheers.
Yeah,
Air cheers.
Air cheers. And you know, honestly, when I look at that, it just inspires me. I'll be honest with you, man. And you've been inspiring me anyway since I fucking met you. But both of you guys. And again, some things come full circle in weird ways, man. It really does, especially with the Sherwood Weber, and And Shug has that because he wrestled at our high school.
Yeah.
Did you really?
Oh, dude.
Holy shit.
That was perfect.
That's cool.
Oh, my God. You know what made it even fucking cooler is the fact that our dressing room was the boys' locker room. It was like fucking weird, bro. I was like,
boys in there though.
No, it was just us. Well, I mean, there was one girl that.
By the way, term for wrestlers, boys.
Well,
so
Heather Reckless. I don't even think she worked on the show, but she like walked in the locker room and somebody instantly was like, "You didn't read the sign? It says boys locker room. What the fuck?"
Well, I'd seen your match, and you came out from like
underneath the bleachers, bro. So I was hiding under the bleachers. Came out between the two bleachers.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's fucking.
I was there sometimes.
Oh, dude.
God. Probably smoking again.
Probably not so much then.
But yeah, dude, it was crazy. Like when I grabbed the microphone.
Set it up. So how did that even come about?
That's straight
Dearborn,
up.
right?
Alex Dearborn put that together. And the funny thing is, realistically, if he would have, we even talked about it after it was all said and done. If he would have had a whole month of promoting, we would have packed that fucking gym.
Oh yeah,
yeah, like easily.
You still got a good turnout.
We had a really one for what, 2 weeks at most.
Very short.
So like, it was crazy. So like at the end of it, I was just feeding off the crowd. Like one kid started doing like that weird dance from like fucking what's that video game everybody fucking plays? Well, that's it. Fucking Fortnite.
Yeah, Fortnite.
Yeah, my son knew. And he was there, and he was like, "Oh yeah, Dad. Like, why were you doing that dance?" I was like, "I watched like 8 kids do it, so we all started doing it together." So like, they were looking at my opponent and doing the L on their head and that weird fucking thing with their feet. But I was just like, "Okay, that looks easy. I can do that." And the crowd started cheering for it.
Dude,
so it was
that's
like,
awesome.
I had a fucking blast. It was great. And then,
what type of nostalgia do you have if you were in the boys' locker room?
I just kept thinking of how I had to wear that stupid fucking red PE shirt.
Holy shit,
bro! I just remember like doing dumb shit in the locker room, like whipping your cock.
Or
out.
Colby gave 0 fucks and just Colby gave no fucks, walked around naked the whole fucking time. He didn't give no shit. He was just like, a lot of people were like. I'm not whipping my stuff out for all these guys to look at. Like, I'm not doing that. You know what I mean? It's like, are we going to eventually be probably that old guy who walks around the Y who just puts his leg up on the bench? It's like, how's it going today, guys?
No,
like with no towel on, completely naked.
I don't think I'll ever let it happen.
No, because
just kidding. Like, I'm never going to be that guy either. That's fucking weird.
Like, why am I going to stay at the Y? Like, there's so many other fucking cool places to be, you old bitch.
Yeah, you were supposed to come up and like talk about the weather while you're. Why don't you put some clothes on, old man? Your fucking balls hang to your knee, dude. Just put some clothes on.
Oh,
but anyways,
Adam Sandler. I just stared at the guy's big, juicy old balls. Holy God! I wanted to lick them. Fucking Adam Sandler.
Yeah. Oh shit! But yeah, like I just brought back a bunch of memories, and then. Just when I wrestled there, it was just crazy. It was crazy. And then the principal who got involved, Miss Williams, also was the PE teacher when I was going there.
Yeah, she was. I remember her.
Shit.
Yeah, she's the one who told me.
I probably remember who that is.
She's the one who told me when I won Gala King, but I won by a landslide, which was like fucking insane because I didn't do shit for school.
Right.
Like I literally didn't do anything. But she was involved in the match because my opponent talked crap about West. And then they announced that I was, West High alumni, 2006 Gala King. And then, like, she ended up getting involved in the match and hitting him with the chair, which was It was. She was so scared. She like powder puffed the fuck out of it, but he sold it like $1 million. And I literally, because we have one side, I look over at Matt. Matt is Crotch, and then Merrick Brave, and I just start laughing, and then had to go back to wrestle the face because I was like, she powder puffed the fuck out of the chair. She's afraid to hurt him, so she like walked around in a circle. I was just like, now hit him now, hit him now.
My goodness!
And she just went. The crowd went fucking nuts, though. It's their principle, like, you know what I mean?
Dude,
like,
I would have shit bricks.
It's like,
and then fucking Hollister was there, pie faced.
Yeah, he pie faced her. Yeah, during the day.
Man,
he went to the school during the day with his entrance music and everything, and like pie faced the fucking principal.
Cool is that, bro?
Dude, that's amazing. That's amazing.
No, I think about that because that gave me goosebumps in a weird way because I'm like, dude, I won a variety show right there where you were wrestling.
Yeah.
And
the
it was
very last one that ever happened.
Yeah,
it was. By the way,
it was
the last Battle of the Bands they ever did,
which is shitty. That's kind of shitty, actually.
Fuck Battle of the Bands. Fucking play a real show. Play a real fucking show.
All right, true. But when you're like
topic that I don't know, man, because it's like.
No, like we can get into it. We can finish Shug's story, and then we'll get into Battle of the Bands and like bullshit, fucking garbage that is.
So at the end of the match, Merrick Brave, Nick was like, "Hey man, just say something super quick and whatever." And I was like, "Well, I'm just gonna fucking tell the truth. I want to thank everybody for coming out because it was a benefit show just for the school.
Right?
Nobody was paid. The company wasn't paid or whatever. I wasn't paid. It was go right back to West High athletics, which was fucking awesome. So
no, that is cool.
It was really cool. So like, I thanked everybody for coming out, and I legit was like." I've wanted to do this for like 20 years. And that's not even a fucking joke at this point. Think about it.
Yeah.
I graduated in 06, but I was still wrestling shows for SCW before I fucking graduated. Like, we did our first show when I was a fucking sophomore in high school.
Right. Legit.
Fucking.
I won't take any airshine, but I'm sure Hollister felt the same. He wanted to go back and do that. I know. Not wrestle, but like, because he's.
What about when he
actually obligated?
Right when he was on Gala Court and gave Aaron Shinky a fucking standing shooting star in the fucking gymnasium.
And it was really good.
It was too.
I hope we can find a video of that, man. I gotta hit up Shink Dizzle.
I bet he's got one.
Shout out to Shink Dizzle.
Yeah, man. Shinky's the man.
I love that guy. Anyway, man, and especially like seeing you just wrestle, I felt like there was just like a fun aspect to it,
dude. I just had a fucking blast with it. I just had fun. And my thing was, like, we don't have to do, like, all these crazy spots because they already had that match. They had that 5-man match where they solved the fireworks. It was almost like the fireworks, and then we wanted to tell a little bit more of a story and a slow down and a bring them up, bring them down, bring them up, bring them down, and then take it home. I did a top rope suplex for the first time in fucking, I don't know, maybe 12 years.
Right.
I ain't for nothing. Just kidding. No, for West High Athletics.
No, you did it Falcons.
For the Falcons, motherfucker.
For your former self.
Yeah, that's, you know what?
Who would be sitting there.
It's crazy because
what I'm saying is, I was playing a show at the exact same spot you're at, literally, which was weird as shit to have like a whole gym to play a show in. And nobody's like moshing or anything. So I went up to the like people in the front of the bleachers and I just started whipping my hair at them. Do you remember that shit? Because that was the only thing I could think of that was cool, because I wasn't cool. But I took my shirt off and I was ripped as fuck. And that was cool. I don't know. But, again, trying to get the ladies. But no, when I look at that and I think about like, especially like even you, Hollister, who have been doing something that's out of the norm for a very long time, Lance, out of the norm. It's out of the norm to be an entertainer. As much as we think that it's saturated, it's not. And you say to yourself, you go, oh, fuck. Like, imagine, because Colby's literally like, a fucking
he's a superstar, man.
Imagine like legit. I play a show.
A-tier.
I play a show.
S-tier.
Yeah.
I don't know what's that.
I don't know what that S tier is, but
it's above A.
Well, he's fucking.
Okay.
Dude, think about the fact that how many people all over the fucking world watch WWE and know who he is.
Yeah. Right.
It's insane to think about.
I get weirded out when somebody at the post office is like, "You that band?"
As I randomly
this happened like multiple times.
And you're like, oh shit,
dude,
shoot me.
my thing is like
post office.
I used to get upset about like, man, that's why I usually have my earbuds in and just fucking walk into a store and just like, fuck this.
Yeah, you said this last episode.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. Like but there's always one. I mean, it's fucking Davenport, Iowa. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like somebody's
around.
Yeah, but
I don't mind it. I think it's fun. It's just I don't expect it. It's weird.
Yeah, no,
like it
I do expect it though.
Me and Emily went to the antiques show at the expo center because she loves antiques, and there was like 2 people that recognized me there. She's like, people at the antique show are recognizing you. She's like, you're famous. I'm like, no, but I mean, it's like they all live in the same town.
Right.
Every year I have a birthday, I feel like a fucking antique. Anyway, I guess what I was getting at was imagine, because we have to kind of put it into a perspective. I imagine if Metallica, when I was a kid, walked into West High School and was like, "Hey, we're just here and we're gonna pie face your teacher," I'd be like,
"That's pretty much what that was with Colby, man. It was fucking cool."
Or Hulk Hogan.
Like, think about how
into pro wrestling,
or anybody who goes to that school is like, we actually have someone that came out of this school that is fucking done something and is on television weekly.
Right.
Like,
and, again,
it's something to be proud of.
Ironically, something that the school would have told you not to do.
Yes, no. Dude, hang on.
They did.
I was going to bring up the fact that this happened and I still fucking remember it. And all these people who wanted to say they supported Colby through thick and thin and like came to you are fucking liars. You're liars. You supported him after he fucking made it.
Yeah.
Right.
We were fucking there from day one and we believed him from day one. You motherfuckers, when he said, what do you want to, when they asked him what he wanted to do, like, what are you going to do after high school? Well, I'm going to become a pro wrestler. I'm going to be a WWE superstar. People laughed at him. Now suck his ass. His whole ass.
I mean,
I definitely laughed at him. He was probably like, I'm gonna be a pro.
Or the fact that he's fucker just walked around in pajama pants with no underwear on and you can blatantly see his dick through his pants.
Well, you could just see his dick on Google.
That one's gonna have to be cut.
No, that's real.
But that is real. No matter what they want to do to try to take it off there, it's the internet. It's fucking there forever.
Well, I hope they don't take it off because that means he can't make kids again.
Okay.
Don't take your dick off.
Now I get it. Oh god. But yeah, I did West High one, which was fucking awesome, and then next night wrestled at the Beer Stube in
another
tag
circle.
Yeah,
that's a great place.
Yeah, right. I fucking love it, dude. It was our first show.
I like it for wrestling.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking perfect.
Oh man, think about that. Think about wrestling and music.
Oh yeah.
Wrestling and music.
I wouldn't say
the
it's
Beer
Stube.
Because like it's awkward. You would have to be up on that
show at the Beer Stube. That was awesome, man.
Well,
it was very good.
That was different though. Because we're talking about outside.
Yeah.
Playing outside sucks.
Because you did. I watched you and with Crater when you guys played outside.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is maybe there's a possibility of doing like a dual, like a pro wrestling and music at the same time, but maybe that'd be chaos and wouldn't be good. I don't know.
I'll finish the fact that I got the tag with my brother, fucking Crotch, Matt, trained together. Motherfucker's in the best shape of his entire fucking life right now.
One of the
he's literally
human beings I've ever
he's
met
genuine, awesome fucking dude. Like, you want to know somebody who is like, he's fun to watch. He's fucking exciting, and he's a genuine fucking human being. Like really straight up dude.
Straight up
You
dude.
have
fucking
to know those
awesome.
people too.
Yeah.
Like you have to know those people.
Yeah, dude.
And he's the kind of person that makes you want to keep doing shit.
Right. And like, we're putting our match together, and he's like, well, what are we doing? And I'm like, well, let's do this. And we kind of like bashed some ideas together, and it came together super fast after that. It was just like, we start bam, 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 bam. Oh, that, yes, this, that. And it just was fun. I had a blast, dude. Like, that match was fun. You could tell I was having fun because I was a little bit more animated between shit instead of just like running through it, So that was super fucking fun. But back to you and your idea. This happened. I did Mondo Lucha in.
Did it happen in a barn?
No. Not a barn.
Do you remember Cynical?
Oh, yeah, that did happen, actually. Yeah. Fuck.
He forgot that I
Oh, my God, I forgot about that.
Any of this story. But
Mondalucha is a variety show. So they have wrestling, burlesque, stand-up comedians. Yeah, we've talked about it before. But I don't know. Like, did I bring up the story of how, like, 600 people went nuts for literally nothing?
Yeah.
I did. Okay. All right. Hitting the head too many times. Sorry.
Hey, this is like a new movie. It's called Shug's Cell, and Jennifer Lopez is in it, and it just ends right away. You go to the movie, and it just shuts off.
That's my brain.
I want my money back. That's the whole movie, idiot. Anyway,
but variety shows make tons of money, and like I've wanted to do something like that, but like I don't know, man. It's tough to try to put that all together. There's like so many minds that have to come together. Obviously, Nick Merrick Brave, with him, and then somebody who's promoting the burlesque or the bands, and then comedians. Like, there's a lot that has to go into that. So, but those shows always pack the fucking house because it's you're gonna pay what you would pay normally, or maybe $5 more. Say you pay $15. You see wrestling, stand-up comedians, bands, fucking women basically naked dancing around. Like,
we don't want that. But
no. Who wants that?
It's something I would do if I had like a tab of acid and a ride. Like you want to go to this thing? Somebody would just tell me the name of it. Like, what was it called again?
Mondalucha.
That's all you would have to say. You want to go to Mondalucha? And I'd be like, all right. And then I get there and realize it's like 4 different things.
Yeah.
The burlesque could probably bore me a little bit. I don't know. Like, this is whatever.
It's strange in a way.
I've never been to that.
I would hope that the acid had taken hold enough by the time the burlesque hits, and I'm like, now I get it. I don't know. But man, that seems fun. But like you said, it's like you have like. Because you need people to like run each individual thing, because a burlesque person's not going to necessarily understand how to organize wrestling.
Right.
So you need all those people, and then one of those people's going to suck, probably, like, statistically speaking.
Right.
So that would be annoying. I don't envy anybody that runs events of any kind.
Yeah, dude.
Right, man.
Holy shit.
Think about that. Putting a fucking show together, and even if does anybody who has bands come in and play, that's a lot on your fucking shoulders. You have to take care of all those bands that come play.
Yeah.
Respect, like, you know what I mean? Like, promoters, any kind of promoter, you know what I mean? Like, that's good
promoter.
Yes, good promoters.
Like,
obviously promoting the fuck out of shows.
Guys over, guys. Keep putting these fucking look at these egotistical bitches.
Listen.
I'm gonna book with shitheads.
I remember,
that's for sure, not anymore.
I will never forget this stand-up comedian, Mitch Hedberg, and he's like, those people who hand you flyers, they're basically saying, "Here, you throw this away."
Yeah. That's true.
It's true. Nobody's gonna fucking hold on to that. And like, I brought it up one time to Nick, and in my head after I said it, it was like, no, they're just gonna throw them away. Like, they're just gonna throw them in the trash. Like, he was like, it's all about the internet. Like, do you just promote like a motherfucker?
Yeah.
And like, each wrestler, if they just retweet the fucking tweet, like, I have 3,000 followers. I'm sure other wrestlers have even fucking more that work for us.
Here's what's,
and all you guys can come over to the Patreon.
Yeah,
all you 3,000 fools can come over to the Patreon.
That would be awesome.
Give us $1. Yeah,
flyers only make sense if you're in a big market.
Right,
is the reality.
Yeah,
like physical flyers.
Yeah,
like, I've put up flyers for shows over the years around here, and it's like the same 5 places, and it's the places that are also covered in flyers.
Yeah,
it's. When you go somewhere, like San Francisco or Denver or wherever the fuck big city place where there are millions of fucking people and your kind of thing going on every weekend or every week. Right. I mean, even weekdays, there's metal shows, there's wrestling, there's big market everything's happening.
Right.
Big City Nights.
Yeah, putting up.
Good song.
Now it's in my head.
Instantly. Big City Nights.
Yeah.
Fucking Scorpions, baby.
You know what? I was thinking Jet City Woman.
Well,
actually, I was gonna sing Big City Nights to Jet City Woman.
That would actually. That the way that you could say it like that?
But what I was getting at was, I'm still down for putting flyers up, like handing people flyers. Like when we sell merch, I have flyers for like, if we're playing somewhere near, then fucking flyer.
Right.
The card for the podcast. Like
nothing beats word of mouth and physical.
Yeah,
like,
it's true.
Like I said, I got business cards, and I want Lyndon to come up with cooler ideas than what I did because I just had the logo.
I gave you a logo. Just print new ones.
And we will.
Why not? Fuck it.
We will.
I sent you a PNG.
I'll get a fucking t-shirt made and just wear it to the ring all the time.
Yeah.
Let's promote our fucking podcast.
Put it under here.
Like when we sell merch at shows, I give everybody a.
And I love that because it is word of mouth. It's when they get something. When I was a kid, if Brian Fair, and he did, came up to me.
Why don't you just tell the story like that?
He did. He came up
It's
to me.
my favorite when he does
man,
this.
I seen you the other day, didn't I? At the show. I was like, yeah. And me and Derek were like, what the he knows us? Because we were, marking out at that show even.
It's not like you two dirtballs don't fucking stand out.
Right.
I mean, a big-ass ogre baby walks in, and then Derek's fucking Sideshow Bob hair.
Which, by the way, is like all I see now. It's like people with Sideshow Bob hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? It is.
Before his time.
It's fucking crazy.
He was way before his time, naturally. No, all I was saying was, and he didn't have to do this, but I'm saying, like, if Brian Fair just gave me, like, a card and was like, hey, man, check out everything I do. I don't just because he doesn't just do Shadows Fall. He does a bunch of shit.
Well, he was like a fucking teacher at one point, right? Like a professor or whatever.
He's like a lot of the guys, like especially like Adam D from Kill Switch. He does like producing and does a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, they're usually multi-talented.
I
mean, yeah, like Mike D does like cover art for most bands and shit too.
But I'm just saying, getting that physical thing makes you feel part of whatever.
Well, especially if so at a show, it's different. So, like, if I physically hand a fan our fucking card, that means so much more to them than if I was just trying to randomly hand somebody a fucking flyer that doesn't give two shits or know who I am.
Right.
Obviously, it's going to mean more to that person who's already there. So,
right. Yeah. And I guess when we, so when we're thinking about the fact that we want to, bring people in, you have to think about what they would want.
Right.
And I just think about what I would want because it's like, fuck, it's hard. It's hard to think about what other people want. And I feel like I like physical things, but it's metal. It's pro wrestling. These things, a lot of the people still like the physical, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Whether it be you literally sign something for somebody, which is awesome, or you just, shout them out on this podcast or whatever, and it's kind of weird to me, but it makes so much sense, Yeah,
dude.
And I guess, again, let's get back to the Battle of the Bands. I just want to.
I was waiting. I was like, we're gonna segue back into that, right? Because I can't wait for you guys to go off on that shit.
Okay, first and foremost, music and pro wrestling is subjective to the person.
Well, yes and no.
And let me yes and no. But and we can
there is subjectivity, but there's also like objective quality. Mm-hmm.
Well, and again, in my case, I have two stories of Battle of the Bands. One story is not so good. I'm a young man. Do you remember Unburdened? Shug?
That sounds super familiar.
Do you remember Kimberly Carmichael?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know if she's still around. Shout out to you, I guess. You were
this is a pro Kimberly Carmichael story.
Well, fuck. Hey, you were super hot when I was a kid. Whatever. Anyway, you put on a Battle of the Bands that was at, oh my goodness, what was the place?
Peabody's?
No, Miller. You remember Miller Time? There was a place next to it.
Yeah, you fucking jumped off the stage and kneed me in the fucking head.
Yeah.
What? No joke. I'm in the middle of a mosh and like this body just in the back of my head. And I'm like, oh my God. It fucking brought me down to the ground. Logan jumped off stage, just kneed me right in the back of the fucking head.
At Miller Time, that's what I didn't know they ever did shows at Miller Time.
I don't know if it was Miller Time. It was like the building connected to Miller Time.
Yes.
Oh, is that where Stars and Stripes?
Yes,
that's what it was.
Yes,
the kids, the fucking
the kids
preteen,
thing.
fucking.
It was like go hang out. You can't drink, but
you're
gonna hang out here. But everybody's fucking drinking,
drinking and fucking.
Yes, somebody's fucking in the bathroom.
Oh, I was just telling Emily about this shit because she grew up in Pittsburgh, so. And they didn't have anything like that. Like they had like child nightclubs out here for like a very short time.
Yeah, it was
they
like
tried
the
to do
factory.
it at Disney.
The factory was like what was like that now whatever it is. It's like a storage unit.
There was another one.
Oh,
yeah, there was that one and there was another one.
Well, either way, it was a great place. I'm saying like for shows, it was huge.
There was a lot. There was
and it was a lot of room. And there was a bar in the back, I believe, like if you were actually trying to make it a venue. Now, again, it was like some, kid thing that I didn't know about, but I'm like, yeah, let's play the Battle of the Bands. And this is early on. I believe it was Channel Brutality. I could be wrong. I'm so off with what band I was in then. Because
I think it was Channel Brutality. It wasn't Cynical.
Yeah, this is Derek and us making originals.
Yeah.
We're not covering anything.
No.
We strike
You might have. You might have. Well, Cynical had like a few originals.
This is where I need Derek.
Right.
We did cover stuff.
No, I'm pretty sure Cynical had originals, but as Channel Brutality, you guys
Cynical did not have originals.
I thought you did.
Every fucking band that ever.
Oh yeah, you guys ripped them off, but you had your own songs that you're like. Well, I guess lyrics, anyways.
Yeah. Well, again, yeah. Different band. We're trying to do something different. We're trying to figure it out, and we were. Again, objectively playing something that the other kids couldn't play. Right. So does that mean that that's what they base it off? No, it should have been the response.
Oh my God, you lost to like some fucking screamo emo band, right?
No, I believe they were like a pop band called Unburden, and they were very nice to us. So I never really cared, that I lost. Whatever. And
Battle of the Bands. My fucking.
Well, and Lyndon's gonna get into it. I know he wants to.
I'm listening to the story.
So we get on the stage, we do our songs, and a lot of them are originals. We have a good response. We had a good mosh. That was a good mosh, buddy. You were a part of it.
Yeah, you almost knocked me out.
Oh yeah, that's always a good mosh. And it's me as a singer jumping out and.
The biggest human being in the pit is the singer who jumps off the stage.
Well, I'm creating a crowd response. I have to force it sometimes because I like the parts. You're going to like the parts, or you're going to leave. Either way.
There's the episode.
Yeah.
Yes, there it is.
No, we can't have it already.
That works. Even with pro wrestling, man. You're going to like the parts or you're going to leave.
Man, that's also Friday the 13th because a lot of people that stole parts from other people. Right. I'm going to like the parts. You're going to leave. Either way, the point is, we get the crowd response we want. Everybody's moshing. They mosh. You moshed. I moshed. Throughout the entire show, maybe we covered something. I don't remember. Whatever. Doesn't matter. And I thought, we got this in the bag. And then Unburdened, again, a good, talented...
I can't believe you fucking remember the band's name.
I do remember the band's...
Because they beat him. Because they won. You're going to remember the one that won.
Yes.
Those motherfuckers.
I don't know if Lyndon was in a battle of bands, but yes.
No, never.
And good for you.
He's smart enough to avoid that bullshit.
Well, this was what they did in what this is 99 or 2.
Listen,
it was like 2001 or 2.
I'm prepared to be diplomatic about it.
This is 2001.
Yeah.
Or 2, maybe.
Yeah. Or 2. I don't know. I'm just taking Shug's advice.
No, I'm pretty sure.
So we fucking go, we got this in the bag. They play, and again, for their age, because they were like 5-6 years younger than us. So these are little kids. they did pretty goddamn good for little kids, man. I was like, oh, that's cool. But they didn't like do moshing and like they didn't have the whole crowd. So Kimberly Carmichael gets up there. She's sexy as shit, you know, and she's doing her thing. And then
I'm remembering who that is now.
Yeah. She goes, oh, I just want to say they did the best. They had the best. Like, I think she even said this. They had the best crowd response. Like, I'm like, oh, fuck, it was us. We killed it.
Yeah, we won. Fucking hand me my roar already.
We won. And I look over and I see like a bunch of little kids that have like an unburdened sign. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. You know, like good for them that they showed up. And all of a sudden she goes, unburden one or whatever. And the crowd goes, ah! And bruh takes one of the signs from a kid, rips it in half and spits on it.
You know what? I don't even, honestly, I don't even think Logan's bullshitting that part like that. I'm pretty sure that fucking happened.
And spit on it, and then we left.
I can't wait. I hope, bro, text me after you hear this.
Oh my God.
Text me and let me know.
It might even be, man, it might have been like 2003 even. Fuck, I don't know.
It was a long time ago. The point is,
fuck, it's like rolling in my head.
They the bands a lot, and they even though it's a subjective ass shit, it's like whatever you listen to. And you said it was objective, but it's like, dude, people walk in, they're like, oh my God, I hear a snare drum.
Well, that's I mean, that doesn't mean
last band.
what I said isn't going to necessarily influence people's opinions.
But
because one of us could have walked in there and looked at each band and been like, this band is better, you know, versus this and this and this. The people voting, that doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
But the objectivity still exists. You know? You guys were probably more technically proficient. But the other band brought their friends, and you know.
No, we actually had more friends.
I'm pretty sure we did. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, well they had a sign.
We had a lot.
I guess next time.
I don't know. Maybe their parents bought off Kimberly Carmichael.
Oh my God, Kimberly Carmichael, if you're still around, Shug wants
somebody has pictures of her sucking Mark Manuel's dick.
Oh my God,
Mark Manuel.
American Mark Manuel.
Logan always still brings that shit up.
I love Mark.
You always had the best nicknames for everything. Fucking for everything. Dude, all right. One time I didn't even make Colby laugh. I made Colby laugh with something that you said. And I was like, I was sweating. And Colby's like, yeah, it's hard, isn't it? This is like doing when I was trying to do CrossFit. And I was like, I'm sweating like Mikey's sweat sister. And he fucking died. He started laughing. I was like, well, he was like, yeah, I remember that. Logan called Mikey's sweat sister.
That's a good story. One day, Mike and Colby are playing actual basketball players.
Oh my God.
And they are trying their hardest, man. They're so competitive, both them.
They still are in real life.
Oh yeah.
No matter what.
I just remember I walked out because I was working at the Y and I had my YMCA t-shirt on and I walked in and I go, Mike! And he's just looking at me, he's playing basketball. I was like, shut up, man, I'm playing basketball or whatever. I go, you're Michael's sweat sister. I don't know why I
Dude,
I laughed so hard my liver collapsed into my anus hole, and I literally fell against the wall.
Colby was in the middle of his workout, and he's fucking hunched over laughing.
Oh, the other one's like, one time I was like, hey, Mike! He's like, what? You're the queen of the goose. So I
Mikey Goose Queen.
Michael Goose Queen. It just, sometimes you just gotta fucking love each other, man. Fuck each other.
Dude, like,
oh, look at the Goose Queen over here.
Oh my God. Just like, dude, there were so many times that it was just like, why did Mike have all the fucking nicknames in the world? You know, like.
Well, he dyed his armpit hair green. And that made me think instantly, man, he is Michael's shit freak. That was the first one, right?
Yes.
And then, you know, one day he dude, we barely did anything and he was sweating ungodly.
I said he was that guy for a long time.
Oh shit, he's Michael's sweat sister. And I don't know why, but anyway, the point is like, get back to it. So the other side of things, obviously I lost a battle of bands. The other side of things is where Shug was wrestling. We won talent show. And there were some other bands there that I I mean, man, you'd have to remind me. I don't even know if you were there.
I just remember somebody did Story of the Year.
Story of the Year.
I would die for you. That fucking song.
Okay. what was that band? They played a lot of Tool songs.
I don't know.
Were they named after a Tool song? Is it 1152?
I think so. Oh, I think that was a band. Yeah.
I don't know if that's who you're talking about.
I kept going. 1152. Yeah. They're like
okay. I don't know.
We might actually be talking about the wrong band.
Probably not.
All I'm saying is I only remember one band trying to cover Story of the Year, and it was terrible, and he dedicated it to his girlfriend.
Okay. Whoa. Is that Peckenschneider?
No.
Oh, fuck.
No, Peckenschneider actually didn't sound bad live.
He was good.
He actually sounded really, really good.
Station, right?
Yeah.
Did they play on our station?
They did. They did play that. They did play that show.
Then.
Yeah. They played that show.
So
at West, again, I remember because I was up in the bleachers, and I remember thinking that oh, this is gonna suck. And then Peckenschneider was actually really fucking good.
Anytime I saw Hunter Station play later, they always killed.
Very solid band. Very solid band. So there's a Netflix. Don't want to put you over, but I gotta. You put Metal Lords out there. I go, oh, this is gonna be funny. No, I didn't say that. Alicia did, and she put it on. And God bless her soul, it was a good movie and it was fun to watch.
It's a movie?
Yes.
It's not a show. I thought it was a show.
What really sucked is that they called themselves a post-death metal band, which was like, what?
What the fuck?
And there was literally only Emperor mentioned, so there was no death metal.
Yeah.
But I still like that they put over like Meshuggah and shit like that, Tool even, even though, Alicia, I don't give a fuck. Anyway.
Dude, that's like her fucking thing. Everything. Everything again, Tool.
We had this moment in West High School where I was like, oh, okay, we're going to do straight up death metal. So the reason why I mentioned Netflix show was they had a battle of the bands. And I'm not going to spoiler alert, but I just remember I'm watching with the Christian, and he's 13, and he looks up at me and he goes, who would do a battle of the bands? And I go, me. And I won it at my high school.
In your face, you fuck.
Love you to death, bud. But the point is, we won. And here's what really was weird, was that the money, I believe, was like $150 that you went to.
This is the part I remember.
Yes. And I go in the next day when they say the winner of the talent show over the intercom is Channel Brutality, which was really cool to hear in my first period class. And I'm like, fuck yeah!
I remember hearing the announcement.
This guy probably half a fucking sleep when it comes on.
Oh, yeah, I was definitely half asleep. My teacher was like, what the hell? Who's good? I'm like, me! I won, you bitch! Anyway, so I get up. I did. I definitely got kicked out. They were like, you can't, because I was pumped. Like, I won something. What the hell? So, especially death metal. Like, we were doing straight up death metal.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah. And again, we had anyway, so we go down, and I don't even know. This is the part that's going to be blurry for me, but I believe Derek told me. He got there first or something. But they basically told us, they being the principal, she said, the money's not yours. It's already donated. And we're like, what the fuck are you talking about? Do you know how much Taco Bell I can get from $150? You stupid bitch. I could have fucking a billion grilled stuffed steak burritos. Well, you're a fucking steak. I was a beef burrito guy. But the point is, I could have a million of those. What are you, stupid? And they're like, no, it's already donated. It was a donation thing. I'm like, fuck you. Donate to me. I'm poor.
But
America said fuck.
Yes, I'm going to be working for AAW this coming Saturday. Well, would be the 11th then, whenever this fucking airs or whatever. But then there's a shitload of SCW shows we're doing. Sorry. Oh fuck! I have to pull out my phone. I'm an asshole. Sorry. Should have this fucking sitting here.
Oh, Lyndon, you got it already? What you're doing?
Yeah. June 10th. June 10th, we're here in Davenport.
But I believe that's kind of an earlier show.
Well, I don't think so.
Damn it.
It's Friday.
Okay. Well, fuck.
It's Friday.
Go ahead.
I don't know what time it is. June... I think that's our only show in June. And then July 2nd, we're at Wake Brewing for the 4th of July weekend thing.
Nice.
And then July 9th, the next weekend, we're in our Cincinnati show got moved to Covington, Kentucky. So we're headlining in Kentucky.
That's awesome. That's pretty cool.
I can put up on that.
There's flyers. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. I have all the flyers. Yeah, that's what we have coming up. But yeah.
So I pulled up the dates. I have fucking 4 shows this month. The Beer Stube, which will be the 17th, and then the Mexican American Festival over in Moline, which last time we did that last year, I'm pretty sure, no joke, I looked to one side and I could not see the end of people. Nice. I've never seen that in my life. Granted, they might not be watching the show, but they're there at the festival. So, like, that was fucking wild. And then we are doing for the very first time downtown Iowa City. Oh. The 25th. And I'm like, apparently it's some kind of get together or festival they have going on in Iowa City. I'm like, dude, that's fucking huge for us. Like, that's like so many people could potentially just walk up and just be like, well, what the fuck's happening over here? It's like loud. So, like, that's fucking awesome. And but like, and then Walt, me and Lyndon we have a same show date on July 9th. So I'll be in Walcott, but then
that's that show is at the Pandemonium also.
What's the Pandemonium?
Pandemonium. It's a club. I don't know. I've never been there.
Okay.
It's right across the river from Cincinnati.
Okay.
The venue we were at.
Not in the Quetzy.
No. Yeah, he's not in the Quetzy.
I'm like, what the fuck? I've never heard of that.
Yeah. No, that's
in Pandemonium.
A Pandemonium. It's probably how everybody says it 'cause it's Kentucky. But
yeah.
Yeah, and then at the end of this month, I'll be in. There's a weekend. I'll be in Fort Wayne, Indiana, shooting a YouTube show.
What?
Really?
That's awesome, buddy.
True Metal Grilling.
Fort Wayne.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, True Metal Grilling is this cool YouTube channel where they do like heavy metal like grilling stuff.
That's fucking awesome. It's like built for you. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, we've talked to these guys a while ago, and they've used our music and stuff and videos. Like they're funny as shit.
I just want to say, mark out. I love the Shug. I love Lyndon. I love actually what they do. I mark out for what they do, and I want to say that obviously we'll see you soon. Okay. All right. Peace out, brothers
and sisters.
Boom, 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 boom. Love you guys.